Now, more young people than ever are receiving treatment for eating disorders on the NHS. Almost 10,000 children and young people started eating disorder treatment between April and December last year.
Doctors believe the rise could be due to the unpredictability of the pandemic, feeling isolated and disruption to routines. Amrit Birdie has more.
Emily was 13 when she developed anorexia. For the next 4 years of her life, her eating would be monitored 5 days a week. Now, aged 25, she says she's not surprised that the number of young people with eating disorders is at an all-time high after the unpredictability of the pandemic.
When I unpacked my eating disorder, we kind of unpacked it was about routine and control. If my teacher wasn't in an art lesson and it was supposed to be one teacher but it's a different teacher, like, oh well, I can't eat now for the rest of the day. I personally don't know how anyone like right now is managing without routine.
Those working in mental health say the last 2 years have been seriously damaging for a lot of children and teenagers. Dr Rachael Molitor is a psychology lecturer at Coventry University.
At the moment, we're seeing a really high rise of children with eating behaviours and eating disorders, and this is probably due to a loss of control. Now, over the past 2 years, we've been going through a pandemic, and we've really struggled with fear, anxiety, worry, and also a level of inability to control things. And because of this, people do lead to certain things such as disordered eating or eating disorders to find a way to control themselves.
Almost 10,000 children and young people started eating disorder treatment between April and December last year, up by a quarter compared to the same period in 2020.
Our services have remained open during COVID. Our services are working incredibly hard to manage that increased demand. We're also working with Health Education England to increase the availability of training resources for different practitioners, such as GPs and staff working in acute hospitals. And then right at the beginning of the pandemic, our mental health trusts have worked really hard to mobilise all age crisis care helplines. So those helplines are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The NHS is investing £79 million into children's mental health services, which they say will provide eating disorder treatment for 2,000 more young people. Amrit Birdie, ITV News.